Thank you for tuning into the Pre-Patch Podcast, and check out these patch notes.
All right, well, let's talk about a new era that could be starting from an old era that did die, and I do hope it comes back. Another SOCOM might be actually in the works after 13 years. I think we called this too, didn't we? I'm pretty fucking sure we said I said this, that SOCOM was going to be coming
we've
back.
said that we want another SOCOM. I don't know if we've ever said
I could have sworn that I said
it's
that
very
SOCOM
possible.
was coming
We
back.
predict a lot of shit. Let's be real.
It's hard to keep track, to be honest. We're just always right.
We're just so good
right.
that we just lose what we're good at.
When we get that L in that category, it's gonna be a real hard pill to swallow. What do you got?
We're gonna predict it though,
dude. I've
never played a SOCOM, so I have no dog in this fight.
Out, man. As much of a
SOCOM, what is
SOCOM?
Is it top down?
Yeah,
like
it's third person.
No, it's
third person. Yeah,
it's third person. They had a couple that were like it's far back third person, right? You could almost call it like it's almost isometric, right? Sometimes how far, like the older ones, how far the camera back is pulled. The newer ones have been more over the shoulder. The last SOCOM that we got was 13 years ago, and or a little bit more, and it was, I think, on the PS4, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Somebody maybe fact check me, but I swear to God, I think it was like early PS4 or maybe PS3. Maybe PS3. Yeah, it was the original SOCOM. Like they
no, that's what. So was that US Navy Seals? Wasn't that the last one? I can't remember.
Yeah, maybe. But it is one. You and Scruffy, I know that you're too young to fucking remember this for sure, but dude, I remember going home and watching the G4 arcade where you would they would do like
G4 actually.
I didn't say G4. I'm just saying this particular
PS2.
No, there's no shot. PS2 was I know they made another
SOCOM US Navy Seals 2002 was a PS2 game.
Dude, there's no shot.
It was one of the first games to use the PS2's online service.
SOCOM 4 was a PlayStation. I'm talking about SOCOM 4 was the last.
Last
PlayStation
one
3.
The last one that released was.
Oh, you're talking about the most recent one.
Yeah, just most recent.
Yes, the original.
No.
Sorry, PS3 and PSP.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say. So SOCOM 4 was the last one that I played. But anyway, I remember going home and watching G4 Arcade, and SOCOM was one of their games that they played when they like were going head to head. And dude, it is a good game. Like SOCOM is fucking fun, man. It's a third person great shooter. My question here is, I mean, I guess this is for Enigma because you played it. Do you think that style, like, how much would have to change, right? Because the SOCOM 4, they went very like Gears style.
I think that if they want to be popular, or if they want to have like a decent following, they need to go back to the original like tactical, like the original idea of SOCOM, rather than, like you said, like the Gears almost gameplay. Because that was what I enjoyed personally, was like the tactical like gameplay of like over the top tactical, being in there with your Bravo team, everything like that. So granted, a lot of people like the Gears shit, so I don't know.
Did you ever use the voice commands for the game?
I don't think I ever played that one with the voice commands. No.
This game, when you bought it, had a microphone that if you bought the legendary or like the limited edition, whatever back then it was, the Lux edition, whatever, it gave you a legit like US Navy SEAL mic that you would have on your fucking throat, and you could hit the button to like talk, or obviously you could just use a regular headset. But you could give your commands to your your guys, and you'd be like, breach and clear, and they would like kick the door in and fucking throw a flashbang, and they go in and clear. It was a fun fucking time. It was a fun fucking time. What is that? Joker. I think the guy's name was Joker. Fuck that guy, because I always said breach and clear, and he would never fucking clear. He would just breach and just fucking let me get blasted.
Okay. That's awesome.
But it was really cool. So
I would like to see more heavy tactical SOCOM come out. I think that's. I mean, it's not something that's
lacking
missing
right now.
Well, that's what. But I don't think that's something that's missing in a lot of gameplay these days. Like, we do have those heavy
like Ready or
tactical
Not
games. Yeah, It's just they're not as popular. Like people want the twitchy kind of in your face shooters. They don't want.
I definitely
the
think it would
shooters.
benefit the game and the company if they went more of the Gears style and the twitchy.
It would, yeah, it
shooter.
would. It definitely would.
But I can see we like that
Honestly,
appeal
if
of that
they,
tactical style too.
If they went more down the route of Siege with that kind of tacticalness, like Siege is just on that verge of just being fast enough that it's fast enough pace.
Give me like insurgency style like pacing, not Sandstorm. Sandstorm's a bit more arcadey, but the first
like
insurgency.
A mashup for sure. Not like the slowness of like the recent stuff. Like I'm throwing a blank on it, and I don't know why. It's a great game. But like the slowness, Ready or Not. That's on.
Okay,
like the slowness of Ready or Not would not. I don't think that would be great.
Uber tactical. Like
what about Tier 1? Remember Tier 1? We played that.
I was thinking. I had thought about Tier 1 when we mentioned some of this. Yeah.
Like what about something like that? But again,
that pacing, the third person. But in the third person. Yeah.
I honestly, I think we should go back and do. We need to start a PP retrospect. Where
please, we can't even get shit.
But I would love to be able to go back
to Baldur's Gate Wednesdays.
I would love to go back to. I would love to go back to play Tier 1. I think there's some missed opportunities there.
I always wanted to play the zombies mode in that game.
I didn't even know there was a zombies. There's a mod for it.
It was a mod for it. I think Enigma toyed with it. I really wanted to play it.
It was pretty fun, man. It was actually really fun.
Well, anyway, this is it's being.
What's the actual evidence for this potentially coming out?
Okay,
to a Twitter post.
So there has been there's a game that has like a developer that has a game called Socom, and it is it's not Socom US Navy Seals or anything like that, and there has been playtests for it and all these kind of things, and the thought was that it was just like its own thing. Well, now all of a sudden that developer has gone dark, and the thought behind it is that they were actually working with Sony because it's like using Unreal Engine 5 and all this other kind of stuff. And that
I do remember hearing
that's where
it was like Socom in Unreal Engine 5.
And that's where the rumors started to kind of come out now that like, hey, like this is really odd, because also too, like if you're having the Socom name, then you would absolutely get a cease and desist from PlayStation because they own that name. And so that's kind of where this is coming from.
Well, that also
project,
depends.
Right? Is what you're talking about.
That also depends on if Sony has let the trademark for Socom slip or not.
I doubt they let it slip.
I doubt they have either, but like it's one of those things where it's very possible they might have just been like, fuck it. We don't need it.
It was so big for them that I can't imagine they would just let that slip away.
It was not a fan project, no. Like this was
maybe there was a fan project. I wasn't sure if that was the same thing.
Yeah, no, this was a pretty serious
developer
kind of thing. Yeah. Well, I want to say it's like a national developer. It's a developer for sure.
Well, I'm still looking at this as nothing more than a far-fetched rumor. I don't think it's
just shut your mouth.
We'll see.
When this comes out, you know what this is gonna be? It's gonna be a gacha game. Big old boombas.
Hey man,
butts.
I'm all for it. I will pay to have my Navy SEALs in thongs. Just saying.
Thank you for checking out the patch notes. If you enjoyed this small selection from our podcast, come join us every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the full unfiltered pre-patch podcast. And check out our past shows on anchor.fm/prepatch podcast.